Tarot. Tonight is part 2 of our full moon in Capricorn live stream episodes, what you want to call them. Tonight we are focusing on the mutable signs, guys. The mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. The modality of the mutable sign is usually typified by their very flexible nature. They are the most to go with the flow. They are the most easy to influence. Like, you know, they're most likely to change their mind. You know, they're not as hard and stuck in opinions once they form them. They do tend to be more open-minded and more go with the flow, easier to persuade, and sometimes also quite persuasive themselves, simply because they don't try to force their opinions on others. They just sort of put it out there and let people pick it up if they like. So those are our mutable signs. Last night we focused on the cardinal signs, and those are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. If you're one of those 4, we have already done those, and the live stream with timestamps is already posted as of yesterday. So what is coming up, guys, is the Capricorn full moon. It is the first full moon of the summer, isn't it? Yes, it is, because Cancer is our summertime sign. Capricorn is our wintertime sign. So this is an interesting matchup between, you know, the summer solstice sign of Cancer and the winter solstice sign of Capricorn. I always say Capricorn moon is one of the most difficult moon signs to have in your personal chart. I am a Capricorn moon. I know we have a couple of people in my channel that have Capricorn moons. And it does present a lot of challenges because, in general, that is the opposite of where the moon is most comfortable, in the sign of Cancer. Cancer is ruled by the moon, so the moon is pretty content in that sign. So when you go to the opposite end of the spectrum, the moon isn't quite as content there. And, you know, it brings up a lot of feelings, many times of emotional distance, sometimes loneliness, melancholy, getting the blues. My old teacher Lynn used to always say in astrology that Capricorn moon people need a lot of hugs because they do get down very, very easily. They're a sign, it's a placement that typically does struggle with either depression or maybe, you know, a little bit of not believing in themselves enough. That is the thing. So be nice to your Capricorn moon people, because they definitely go through it on a daily basis. The other thing that, of course, makes this Capricorn full moon a very powerful one indeed is that, you know, for the last 13 years, almost since Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn, the moon, when it goes into Capricorn, whether it's full or not, is always going to be playing with Pluto, right? So there it is. The full moon in Capricorn, guys, will be with us on July 13th at 2:38 p.m. Eastern time. So that's the exact, you know, time pinpoint when the moon will be at its fullest. So here it is. This is the chart for the full moon in Capricorn. It will be at 21 degrees, and it will be conjunct Pluto right here in the red at 27 degrees. A conjunction happens when one or more planets are 10 degrees or less apart from each other, and that means they impact each other quite strongly. One goes where the other goes. So that's why these particular full moons in the sign of Capricorn have been more intense, more powerful, more transformative, and it is also why Capricorn people and folks with a lot of either Capricorn or cardinal placements, see Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn, have been impacted a lot more strongly by these transits. So that's why you're seeing, you know, these folks that have a lot of those placements are dealing with a lot of that energy, have been going through a lot of off and on chaos, that transformative, you know, death, rebirth, life cycle. They've been really feeling those themes very powerfully. Also, I will point out July's full moon. We did this yesterday. I'm just going to review it for those who didn't see it yesterday. Is the buck moon or the thunder moon, right, guys? This is a powerful little moon going on. So the full moon for the month of July is called the buck moon. It signifies the new antlers that are often seen emerging from the buck's head, you know, so the antlers, right? The full moon is also known as the thunder moon or hay moon from Old English, right? because you often do get a lot of thunder. You get a lot of lightning during this time of the year. We've been having quite a bit of that off and on here. If you were here with me on July 4th, it was pretty wild. You know, we had not only the fireworks going off, but we also had the thunder and the lightning were really loud. So yeah, it definitely can be a thundery moon here too. So let's get into it, guys. Like I said, tonight is Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Tomorrow will be our fixed signs. That will be our third and last sign readings that we will do for the full moon. And our fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. All right, so let's go ahead. I found my mallet. I couldn't find it last night, but I found it for my tuning forks. So let's start out with some of those. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. All right, Gemini, we are starting out with you tonight. Let's see what we have got for you. So Gemini, the Cancer full moon. This is going to be aspecting and highlighting your universal second house of Taurus. So I would say you might have some things come up around resources, money, finances, that kind of stuff can get highlighted. This is going to be your reading for the July full moon in Capricorn. That's on July 13th. And these are going to highlight past, present, and future energies. So we're going to be looking at the last 30 days or so since the last full moon, what was coming in and what went on for you then. We're going to look at the present energy of what's coming in for you during the Capricorn full moon. And then we'll look at the next 30 days or so as we build up to the next full moon. What's unfolding after this full moon? Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Geminis. Anything they need to see, feel, or hear for their highest and best good, please. Show us our Geminis. Ooh, yeah, you're stubborn. Hey there, Gwen. Good to see my Virgo. In the immediate past, Gemini, the last 30 days or so since the last full moon, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries, so you might have started a lot of new projects. You might have felt like, you know, the action never stops. You're just going, going, going. And so I would say that, yes, it also makes you a little feisty, a little fiery. There could have even been arguments if you felt like somebody was in your way, because Aries energy can be very combative at times, okay? Woo! These want to fly out. Let's see. Let's get just one, please, for Gemini, clarifying the Aries energy from this past month. Yeah, because you might feel like you were really taking action towards doing things that made you feel better about yourself or just nourished from inside out. This is really taking a lot of action towards your higher well-being. Some of you might have started to eat better. Literally, this card is full of food. And so you might have started eating a little healthier, being more mindful about what you were taking into your body, some of your habits. But overall, I feel like definitely this is taking action towards doing what's best for you. And if anybody was kind of getting in the way of that, or you felt like they were kind of blocking that track, you were probably kind of feisty about it. So right in the center, what's coming in for the full moon in Capricorn itself is the fixed moon energy. Hold your vision. And as we know, we've talked about our fixed signs. You might be dealing with a fixed sign. You might be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius with this, because those are their fixed modalities. Fixed modality is more stubborn. It's more, it sticks to its opinions. It's not as changeable. And Gemini, you are a mutable sign. So you might feel like, usually I'm pretty open-minded about things, but there's something right now coming in with this Capricorn full moon that's like, no, I don't want to be flexible about that. I don't want to change my mind on that. I want to stick to what I want, stick to what my vision is. Nobody's going to talk me out of this one. It's a little bit different right now. You're coming in with a much more, fixed mindset, more stubborn mindset about something right now. Ooh, yes. Sovereignty, the queen of the moon. So this could be about you embracing your own personal power, Gemini. There could be people in your life that are kind of trying to maybe underplay you or underscore what you're doing or diminish it in some way or tear you down a little bit and being like, Gemini, that's not that big of a deal. Why are you so invested in that? You don't really need to do it. Or maybe it's taking too long in their opinion to get somewhere. And you're like, no, I'm sticking to this. I'm doing this. I know that it's going to go somewhere strong for me and I feel good about this, so I'm not going to change my mind on this one. No, no, no. All right, so going into the next 30 days, Gemini, emotions are running high with the supermoon. A lot of things that have been buried in the past coming up to the surface is what I feel with this. It's going to be very, very hard for you not to say what you feel. The supermoons are all about, those emotional states coming up. It's like wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's going to be really, really difficult for you not to say what you want, what you need. Chances of having like an emotional breakdown or having an emotional confrontation with others are very possible, especially if they keep pushing you in a way that you don't want to go, because you're pretty stubborn. You're pretty devoted to something right now. Yeah, and it could be, see, we got a lot of that masculine vibe because in that immediate past, the last month, you had that Aries energy, and here you have the divine masculine, the lunar god coming up on top of this. So this, to me, really does feel about, it's about leadership. It's about, kind of taking a stand and standing up for yourself or standing up for something that you've built, feeling kind of protective about it. So Gemini, it might be a really kind of like emotional, but also very strengthening time where you really step into your power. You got the Queen of the Moon, you got the King of the Moon. I feel like there's this real kind of majestic quality coming into your life right now about you. And yeah, you're taking charge. Even if it comes out in a very emotional or energetically charged way, it's like, no, stop trying to tell me that this isn't important. Stop trying to tell me that I can't do it, because I can. Hey Gwen, Sushi says, super tired tonight. Yeah, I am. I almost just didn't feel like doing this, but I just had to make myself do it because like I want to get these done. But I agree, I'm very tired tonight. I don't know exactly the aspects, but I know for me it is tired. Anytime though that Saturn is in retrograde, my energy is just not as high. My summertime when Saturn is retro, I'm like, I just want to sleep. I'll be productive tomorrow, right? I'll be productive in the autumn when Saturn goes direct again. That's how I feel. All right, Gemini, let's get back to your reading. We're going to get into your tarot. We're going to just lay these right on top of the cards we laid out, past, present, future, to deepen your messages. Ooh, yes. Gemini, I just feel like you are really, there's a lot of movement away from drama, difficulties, challenging times. Like this last month, you've been very focused on going somewhere more positive with your life. Wow. If there's someone or something negative surrounding you or has been, wow, you're just like, no. You want better habits. That's a big thing I feel this last month. You've been really wanting to create better habits for yourself, things that make you a healthier you. Temperance, and yes, getting back into your balance. Temperance is also a very healing card. It is also Sagittarius energy, which is the opposite, you know, sign of you, the balancing sign to you. So I feel like this is you trying to balance, you know, both sides of yourself as well. To kind of calm things down more, actually, right? You might feel feisty about it, but it's kind of like you're really energized because you really want a more peaceful, balanced, harmonious, healthful, supportive kind of life. And look at what is here. Wow. Right in the center on top of the fixed moon and queen of the moon. Fixed vision. Hold your vision. Look at that 10 of Pentacles. You're working towards something that you feel really good about that's going to be very supportive to you, and has long-term lasting effects. The 10 of Pentacles is super positive, especially when it comes to, you know, having a good business, growing a home, putting down your roots, having something that's going to last the test of time. So, you know, people that try to dissuade you from what you're working on or say, wow, Gemini, you're really devoted to something. You're like, yeah, I am, because I see that long-term outcome that I'm working for, that I want. And the Six of Wands. And look at that. Gemini, you're not wrong. This is going to be very successful. Look at that Six of Wands. That is a card of victory, success, recognized achievement. So whatever it is you're working slow and steady at, boy, keep at it. Keep at it. It's very successful. I do feel that there are certain elements or certain people in your life, Gemini, that you will be walking away from, or at least thinking about walking away from, because of this Eight of Cups. Your emotions are running very high. And you're feeling like you're really stepping into this leadership role, and people that are not supportive of that, you're probably just going to leave them behind. And it may not even be a thing where you actually just go, I'm cutting that off. You may not even cut it off, because I feel like you're working on something that's so good that if they don't want to come along for the ride, like, you're just going to kind of naturally leave them behind, because you're going to a higher place than they are. That's how that feels too. Wow. Okay, so King of Cups is coming in here. It's also on the bottom of the deck for you in this read, so that's coming up double. And I think that, you know, this Eight of Cups, and you're doing it in a way that's making the best emotional decisions for yourself. Yet again, you know, King of Cups, he is that Cancer king. We are in Cancer season, so he was on the bottom of the deck too. And to me, he is that leadership energy when it is applied to the emotions. Like, he wants to make the best decision for his heart, for his emotional decisions. This is a very trustworthy kind of individual, so I feel like you really want to be that kind of person, and you want to align with people who are. You also have the Queen of Swords on the bottom there too. So Gemini, I feel like you're ready to cut out anything or anyone that's not for your highest and best. You're very happy, whether you're single, in a relationship, out of relationship, you're pretty happy just doing your thing. And Gemini, I will say, I have seen for a while in your readings this feeling of turning loose of a lot of different folks that you just don't enjoy, right? Or their energy just isn't good for you. So let me get a manifestation on this. Let's do it. Yes, there it is again. I mean, this full moon is really powerful for you, because on the top, we had two that are both Capricorn. Look at that. You're the first sign so far, Gemini, to get the full moon in Capricorn card for the full moon in Capricorn. So we've got leave the past behind in that last quarter, and we've also got take a reality check, right? Wow, Gemini, what a month. What a moon for you guys. I think that you are really ascending, because that's the thing I will say, you know, about Capricorns. They do take that reality check. Who's really on my side? Who's really not? Where am I really heading? Where am I going? So you're definitely keeping that in mind. With that Ten of Pentacles, you know, you've really got an ambitious streak going on coming in with this full moon, Gemini. Beautiful to see. Don't let negative situations or people hold you back. Believe in your vision, because you've got a really nice one. You've got a really good vision to believe in right now. All right. Yeah, everybody's sleepy tonight, I think. Hey, Heart of Gold, good to see you in here. We had more people last night. It's sleepy tonight. I almost didn't get in here. Hey, Constance, Ocean, all my Capricorns. Hey, Transformation Queen, haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, Ian. Yeah, got some good folks in here. Heart of Gold, I think I need to make you a moderator. You're here a lot. It just gave you a wrench. Just gave you a wrench, honey. Welcome to the wrench club. Oh, I took a nap earlier. Hey, Miss Daisy. We will be doing Pisces. I'm just doing 4 tonight, so we just finished Gemini. Virgo's next, then Sagittarius, then Pisces. These are good because, you know, we get through them decently quick, and it doesn't wear me out as much as trying to like cram 6 or 12 into a night. This has been really good, just doing like 3 or 4 at a time. It's been really good. Oh, wow. Woo, Gwen. That's been happening a lot. Intense encounters with other people. I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I don't need any more of it. I've had enough for like the next 3 lifetimes. I'm good. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Virgos out there, my wonderful Virgos. How are you guys doing? I hope you are well. This is going to be your full moon in Capricorn reading for July 2022. That Capricorn full moon will be at its peak fullness on July 13th at 2:38 p.m. Eastern Time. This should be a good full moon for you guys because it is in Capricorn, a fellow earth sign. I think it has a very positive effect, of course, on Virgo and Taurus. So this is very, very strong. This is a very strong one. Yeah, Mercury is in Cancer right now. That's also good for you. Cancer is a positive time of year for Virgo because it creates that sextile aspect, so you get a lot of good opportunities and doors opening during this time of year. So we're going to be doing a read for the full moon. It's going to be an oracle. We're going to use lunar oracle and the tarot for this. Past, present, future layout, Virgo. So we're going to look at the last 30 days since the last full moon, what that brought in for you, the present energy of what this current full moon is bringing, and the next 30 days that are coming as we build up to the next full moon, what you will be looking at, what will be unfolding. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please let's see our beautiful Virgos. The full moon in Capricorn of July 2022, what is going on for them? What do they need to be aware of here with this? Yes, the emotions are running high. Oh my goodness, a little bit. You actually have a few similar cards to Gemini, just in a different layout. All right, so starting out, yeah, this past month, and we're still wrapping this up, guys. So you may, like Gwen, my little Virgo in the chat, she said she's had a very intense confrontation. Yep. Emotions are running high. Supermoon energy. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve, and it's very hard for you to not speak what's going on with you. Supermoon energies tend to bring things up to the surface. So anything that maybe you've been holding close to the chest, close to the heart, tends to come up at this time. Let's get into a clarifier on top of that. Yeah, and it has something to do regarding your personal growth, business growth, timing, because she is holding that little pocket watch there, right? There's a little bit of patience to the growth card here. It's that waxing crescent energy. So, you know, Virgo, this could be you, like really putting your thoughts out there, or really having a lot of strong feelings about timing, about growth, about something that you wish to grow over time, right? That's really strong energy for you. Going on in the present energy, this is the same card that Gemini had in this placement. This is Hold Your Vision, the fixed moon. Fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, and they are famously stubborn. So you might be very stubborn with this full moon coming in. You might really be saying, you know, usually I'm really flexible. All of our mutable signs, like you, Virgo, are flexible, right? You know, that's really what it is. Like you are very, very, you know, you're very open-minded, like a lot of the mutable signs. But this, to me, that fixed moon holding your vision, you're just like, no, I've got my eyes on one specific thing. I need to get that done, or I need to focus on this. And this is telling you, don't give up. Stick to what it is that you've been working on. Don't change the mind. Don't change the direction. Don't get distracted. And there are some extremes pulling you back and forth. You might even have, you know, someone in your life that's a fixed sign, a Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, somebody that's really got those extreme polarities back and forth. You might have a lot of emotion. I'm feeling a lot of emotion in this. I am. I'm feeling a lot of emotions coming up in this Virgo with that hot moon. That's the full moon of June, right? That was just last month. So I feel like there's something emotional from the last 30 days or so that's kind of influencing you now. Like, and it could just simply be that you feel more passionate or more emotionally invested in some element of your life, some part of your life. Going into the immediate future, the next 30 days, nothing will come of the situation. The void of course moon, I would say the next 30 days, building up to the following full moon in Aquarius. Virgo, I would just take it easy more than anything. Don't push things when the energy isn't there. You also might want to get a little calendar, a moon calendar that shows you when those void of course moon periods are, because those are like mini Mercury retrogrades, and we have them all the time. There's void of course moons that can last just a few minutes. Sometimes they last hours. Sometimes they can last most of the day. And so when the moon is void of course, it's better not to try to push things ahead, right? So that could be a very good bit of advice for you guys, but I would say over the next month, moderate your energy. If the energy just isn't there, or it doesn't feel like the right timing to push ahead with something, don't do it, right? Wait till the timing is right. Let's get into a clarifier on that void of course moon, please. Yeah, it's about the timing, about when to realize things, when to walk through that portal, because there is a lot that's in transition. There is a lot that's new, that's starting to reveal itself. So be sure that you're doing those kind of things in the right timing. That's what that feels like. Let's get into your tarot here, Virgo. We're just going to lay these down on top of the past, present, future columns we already put out. Just going to deepen your messages. Both of these felt like they wanted to come out. Wow, okay. Yeah. There's definitely movement coming up in the future. Just, you gotta do it at the right timing. Okay, so on the past position, I definitely felt these two both come together. The supermoon, the growth card, look at that. We've got the Two of Swords, which is very strong Libra energy, having to make some decisions, having to come out of procrastination, and look at that Ace of Swords. So I feel like you are coming out of some sort of indecision, or have come out of some kind of indecision here, Virgo. And you're starting to come into a place of greater clarity and greater vision, because the Ace of Swords is big time clarity. That's really cool. Going into the present energy, what's coming up with the Capricorn full moon. So I do feel like, you know, this is a bit of a struggle. It's hard for you because it's like there's been a lot of passionate back and forth emotions. You've been more fixed and more set on something than ever. And here comes the star, Aquarius energy. Very interesting because that is a fixed sign. And it is also the next full moon is in that sign as well. And to me, the Sadar is all about coming through some really difficult times. It's about coming through, you know, those dark tunnels and finally getting to the light at the end of the tunnel. Restoration of faith and hope is all where the star is about. So let's get into a clarifier. What is coming up around this star? What is this shining on for Virgo, please? Wow, so you've got a lot of Knight of Wands action going on here, Virgo. My goodness, because the Knight of Wands is in your future too. But look at that. Yeah, there's something to do with movement forward. And you feel really passionate about it. There's Sagittarius energy on this. So you may even be thinking about like moving, traveling, going somewhere that you haven't been before. There's a real strong energy of that because look into the next 30 days. Oh my goodness, Knight of Wands again. This is like, I want to go, I want to go. This is feisty, this is tempestuous. It's like, I can't sit around and wait anymore. I want to get on my horse and move. So it could be travel plans. For those of you looking for work, it could be, you know, offer of work somewhere else other than where you live. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius too, because that's a strong Saggy card. Yeah. Watch out for the heartbreakers. Watch out for the heartbreakers. You know, that can also be a kind of person that runs into your life real quick and then runs right back out. So just be cautious. That's not for all of my Virgos, that Three of Swords. That's not for all of y'all. But just be careful with this guy, because sometimes if that represents a person that's coming on really strong or passionate, kind of love bombing you kind of thing, just be careful. Just be careful with that. That's just a little cautionary tale for a few of you out there. And when it comes to love, oh my goodness, Virgo, look at that on the bottom. We've got the relationship energy, we've got the Lovers, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So for some of you, there could be a feeling that there is some kind of agreement, some kind of communication, possibly a love relationship, or a friendship or something that's going on and you are really stuck in your head about what to do about it, right? You're kind of overthinking it. You're a Virgo, you're allowed to do that. But you are definitely kind of like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. I feel like I can't do anything. I'm stuck. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. And so it's really about getting yourself out of that trap and believing in yourself. Eight of Swords usually shows us that, you know, we really need to break free of limited thinking, right? Limited thinking and feeling like we're not good enough. That's always what I feel with that Eight of Swords. It's like it's getting ourselves out of that feeling. And Virgo struggles with that. They do, because they're very critical of themselves a lot of the time. So this is really about cultivating an undercurrent of self-belief, no matter what kind of communications you're working through, because the Lovers card is our Gemini energy, and it is about communication. Let's get into a manifestation, a couple of these on this to summarize your energies for this full moon. Yeah, aw. So Virgo, definitely last quarter moon in Leo, it is time to lighten up, brighten up. Don't get too down about certain things that are kind of heavy on your mind or heavy in your life. I do feel that kind of like we said, those very emotional kind of back and forth, those extremes. So it's really time to kind of shed that off. And also there's the full moon in Pisces energy. We've got that forgiveness card. It's like just let go of anyone, anything that has hurt you in the past, you know, let it flow away from you. That's a very, very spiritual, very transcendent kind of card. Pisces energy always is. All right. That's quite beautiful. sure I got these in the right piles. All right, there we are. And we are on to Sagittarius. I hope you guys are doing great tonight. So Sagittarius, this is your reading for the full moon in Capricorn. That full moon will be with us on July 13th at 2:38 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's going to be an interesting one. This is, you know, it always is conjunct with Pluto when the moon is in Capricorn, because Pluto's been in Capricorn for many years now. So it always brings up a bit of that intensity. So let's see what we have got for you guys. We're going to be looking at past, present, future layout, the last 30 days since the last full moon in your sign Sagittarius. So that was your last full moon was yours. The present energy of what's coming in currently for you with the Capricorn full moon, and how that's going to look for you as we get into the future, the next 30 days. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us our fabulous Sagittarians anything that they need to see for their highest and best for this full moon in Capricorn of July 2022. Very nice. Aw. A time for healing. So this last 30 days, guys, you know, balsamic moon, you know, that's when the moon is in that waxing, you know, or waning phase. Actually, when it's, you know, it's like this is a release, this is a let go, this is forgiveness. And so Sagittarius, this is a time, I think, passing away, that you have been doing a lot of inner work, a lot of healing. That last full moon in your sign brought through quite a bit of that. A lot of self-reflection, a lot of personal inner growth. Wow. And it's been actually a really beautiful process. And I think that it's impacted your self-esteem, your personal confidence, the way that you feel about yourself from the inside out. Really nice. It's left behind a really beautiful effect in your life this last 30 days. Coming in with the full moon in Capricorn, we have full moon energy of Virgo. You are good enough. So Sagittarius, this Capricorn full moon is here to remind you that you are a strong, awesome individual. This full moon will actually be lighting up your universal second house. So this is dealing with, you know, your resources, your finances, your value system, what's most important to you. And it's reminding you, don't be self-critical or judgmental. Don't beat up on yourself. You are worthy and you deserve good things. Let's get into a clarifier on this card. Oh, this is a very peaceful reading. That's what I'm feeling. This is a very peaceful reading for Sagittarius. Look at that with the peace card right on top of it. I mean, this is really getting, you know, like at peace with yourself. This is bringing in that sense of like, who I am is totally fine. I don't need to beat up on myself. I don't need to worry about attaining to some sort of idea of perfection or anything like that. You know, Virgo energy is also very purifying and detoxing. So you might be kind of detoxing worries, anxieties, troubles from your mind. You're finding a lot of personal balance here. There's that waning crescent energy yet again in that, you know, in that card. So it's like, I really feel like there's some things that you're just turning them loose. Going into the immediate future for Sagittarius, we have faith in your dreams, the waxing crescent. So things will build up again, right? As this full moon completes, I feel like there is a cycle of release and inner healing and inner self-worth that is completing. And over the next 30 days, have faith in your dreams. Something new is being reborn or getting started here. So it's a nice kind of like, you know, the closure comes and then there's this new door opening. So let's clarify. Let's see what is going on at this waxing crescent for Sagittarius. Yeah, you're really blossoming. Look at that with the flower moon. So Sagittarius, this is the full moon of May. of the flower moon is. So you may be starting something or initiating something in the next 30 days as we build up to our next full moon that will really start to reap major benefits by next year in May, in the beginning of spring. That could be very possible for some of you out there, but this is definitely about you really growing. You've kind of completed some sort of cycle and now it's like time to grow again, right? Let's get into some tarot, please, for Sagittarius, anything they need to know. We're going to deepen these messages, same columns, past, present, future. Yeah, see, there has been so much. Wow, okay. There's definitely been some kind of really beautiful breakdown in your life from the past. The World card, Mars energy. Yes, Sagittarius, this last 30 days has been a very, very powerful process. For some of you, it might have been more surprising, but I think for some of you, it was like, yes, this is just meant to be. I'm letting certain elements go. It's just fine. I'm building a new foundation in the future anyway, so I really don't care if some of these old elements pass away in my life. Yeah, I mean, it's like you're actually very quite happy about this tower. I don't get a feeling that any big changes impacted most of you badly. It was like, yeah, it was meant to go. It's actually, I'm glad to see it go, right? Like you were actually like, yeah, knock that tower down. You were happy about it. It's like, yeah, let's have a party. Let's have a tower party. In the center, oh my goodness, on top of the Virgo energy and the peace card, we have the star. So you're really bringing in some beautiful vibrations with this full moon in Capricorn here. This is, you know, faith and hope being restored. This is the light at the end of the tunnel, feeling like you're coming through that dark night of the soul. And, you know, the star is one of the most positive cards. It really is. And I feel like you're just coming back to balance. You're coming back to a place where you just feel good. You just feel good inside and out. Wow. And 10 of Pentacles. Like, it's all moving in your favor here, Sagittarius. This could also be like an investment that you're either getting ready to make. It looks like it. It looks like it for a lot of you. Either you're getting ready to make an investment or something that you invested in the past is like coming full circle, like really, really nicely. 10 of Pentacles is long-lasting investments, good relationships, things that last the test of time. Very, very nice. Going into the future, there are going to be decisions that you're going to need to make with this Two of Swords. So don't procrastinate too much. You know, the next 30 days, take that blindfold off. This is Libra energy, and you know, Libras can be famously indecisive. And you may come across, you know, some choices that you've got to make that you're not really like wild about having to make, but you do need to make them. It'll be much easier once you just, you know, go ahead, make the choice, and keep moving forward. Let's get a clarifier. What's this Two of Swords about, please? Yeah, it's about taking a leadership role. It's about being more decisive and more empowered in your own personality. There's Aries energy. That's some fire sign stuff. And Jupiter right now, your ruling planet, is still in Aries. So I do feel like, you know, you're being pushed to be maybe just a little bit more spontaneous than you've been in the past. And a little bit more, you know, of a leadership, of a go-getter. It's like, go get it. Yeah, on the bottom, King of Swords, Nine of Wands. You are very protective about something. You may be very tired. I do feel like, you know, you really need this downtime. That's why that peace card is coming in here with this full moon. You need some rest. You need some relaxation. You've been very busy and you're going to be very busy. So you do need to take just a little time out. King of Swords many times is that master strategist. Again, Aquarius energy. Our next full moon is Aquarius, so it's very nice because that's that future vision. He's the kind of king that's like, I'm going to make good choices. I'm going to plan well for the future. All that good stuff. Let's get into some manifestations for Sagittarius, please. It's a good summarization of this reading. There it is. Woo, all that earthy, nice energy coming around you. We had that Virgo card right in the center there, Sagittarius. And, you know, there it is, attend to the details. Last quarter moon in Virgo. Make sure that you're looking at the details. Make good decisions about them. That is important. On the bottom of the deck, we had be proud of yourself. Last quarter moon in Taurus. You've come a long way. You've worked hard. And you're going to reap the rewards. Just take time. Just take your time. We had that Taurus energy in the future. I'm saying that for some of you, or maybe a lot of you, you know, the things that you're initiating or getting started right now or in the next month or so, could really start to bring about like a big benefit in the month of May or around Taurus season next year. That would be fabulous. That'd be beautiful. All right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need some better shades too. Oh my goodness. Mostly for light blocking because I'm in an eastern facing bedroom. And in the summer when the sun comes through those windows and comes up, it's like, ah! The blinds I have are so thin that it's just like, it dims it a little, but it doesn't do much. All right, my beautiful Pisces. How are you guys doing out there? I love my Pisces, folks. That is my Venus sign is Pisces. I am also an honorary Pisces with my Sun, Moon, and Mars in the 12th house. I'm also a progressed Pisces. I always say I'm almost more of a Pisces and sometimes Aquarius than a Capricorn, but I'm all of them. But I love you guys. So hope you all are doing well. This is going to be your reading for the full moon in Capricorn. That will be with us July 13th at 2:38 p.m. Eastern Time. And this reading is going to get into the past, present, and future cycles of that full moon. So the last 30 days, give or take, you know, the last full moon cycle. And then we're looking at the present energy, what's coming in for you with that full moon in Capricorn. And then we're looking at the next 30 days or so as that full moon goes to the next full moon, right? What will be unfolding after it for you guys. All right, Pisces. Let's see what we've got for y'all. I can't wait for Venus to get out of Gemini. It's still there. It's probably got about another 7 to 10 days. And it will be moving into Cancer, which is so much happier for my Venus and Pisces. Right now it's squaring Venus, and I'm feeling every bit of it. I do not like it. I'm like, move, Venus, move, go. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what you have for our beautiful Pisces. Anything they need to see for their highest and best good, please. For our full moon in Capricorn of July 2022. This should be a very powerful full moon transit for Pisces. I'm just gonna say I think so. Because the moon and Pluto, let me show you in the chart, will be conjunct each other. Okay. Here it is. There's that moon. This is the chart for when the moon is at its fullest point. So it is in that conjunction. And the thing that really makes this powerful for Pisces is that Neptune, your ruling sign, is at 25 degrees of Pisces. So it creates a strong sextile to these two planets. And I really do believe it is so empowering for you guys. It is galvanizing. And on a universal level, we are feeling that shift, that paradigm shift. And this is another big part of why I don't like to get into, you know, current events too much. I don't want to take into that, but there's so much going on with the feminine right now. Battles about the feminine, transformations around the feminine elements, and, you know, themes of compassion. Yeah. Don't mess with Neptune and Pisces. That's some powerful water, right? Water is powerful. So yeah, this is a very, very strong full moon for you guys. So the immediate past energies, we've got the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So Pisces, I feel like, you know, you could still really be in this current, because we haven't hit that full moon properly just yet. And you may feel like there's so much that I need to know, so many things that I have not gotten the answers to. I need clarity, I need communication, because Gemini energy is a communicative sign, right? And it's like you're really looking maybe for some closure, for some completion, for, you know, you might feel really confused or really kind of lost about certain things. And this to me is saying the answers that you seek, the communication that you need is coming. Don't stress out, don't be anxious. Just let it run its course, because it's on its way. Let's see what this may be about for you too. Have faith. Yes, there it is. You might be kind of waiting on some news, waiting on, you know, a result, waiting on a project or investment to come full circle. Hang in there. The worm moon, the faith moon, to me, this is about being patient, right? You can't push the river. And, you know, the information that you need, the communication you need, it's on the way, Pisces. Don't stress out about it. Try to be patient. Try to have faith that things will be coming, right? Things will be coming. Right in the center, present energy, what's coming in with the Capricorn full moon is don't let your past hold you back. This is the South Node. South Node position in your personal astrology chart, it looks like the cup, you know, that's already filled, because this is your past life experiences or past karma, past incarnations that you have worked through. So this is saying it's time to let that go. It's time to not let the past define who you are, Pisces. Something that you have worked on, something that you have, you know, had in your past has completed, something has come full circle. It's now time for a new cycle. Let's get a clarifier on this for you as well, what this could be about. Wow, you've gone through it, Pisces, and you are tough. Here's our resilience card. This card always reminds me of the Ten of Wands in the tarot. This is an oracle deck, it's not a tarot deck, but it reminds me so much of that imagery, because it's that burdensome cycle that needs to come to an end. And yes, you are strong. Yes, you are resilient. You've been up and down that mountain 1,000 times with that basket, and it's like one more time and I'm done. And I feel like it's really coinciding here with this South Node. It's like one more pass and I'm done. You're completed that cycle. A heavy burden's being lifted off of you, Pisces. And I really feel that what you're experiencing is a situation where, you know, maybe you've done something again and again and again, and you've had the same result and it hasn't been satisfactory, and you're just feeling like this is just always what's going to happen to me. I'm never going to be able to break free of it. But this has really been, this is coming into a time where you're really ready to put that burden down and start living again. Going into the immediate future, look at that. A fiery climax approaches the full moon energy in Aries. So Pisces, you know, this is a very strong, powerful sign. It's the second sign up for, it's the next sign up from you, right? Pisces completes the cycle, Aries begins the cycle. So when I see this, especially for you, I feel like, yes, a new cycle is definitely being reborn. Something that's very fiery, something that, you know, it's like you are getting ready to have big answers, big action, big reveals. And I feel like, you know, your temper is popping too. Like you are fiery. You're gonna be just like, oh, you know, I'm not gonna put up with people treating me badly anymore. I always say, you know, Pisces is the sign that's like super accommodating and gives everything to everyone, but Aries is not that way. Aries is like, I'm at the front of the line. You get back where you're supposed to be, you know. Most Pisces would never say that. They'd never be like, oh, you need to go to the back line. They'd be like, oh, okay, fine, you know, cut to the front. I won't say anything. But that's gonna change here. That's gonna change here. Let's get a clarifier around this full moon in Aries, please. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be powerful, Pisces. Expect the unexpected. There's that blue moon. You know, this is that believe in the impossible card. Capricorn had this in their reading last night, and this is the only other sign so far that has gotten a blue moon card. So yeah, this is definitely something that tends to feel a little bit miraculous, no matter how it plays out or shakes out. It can be those rare occurrences, the impossible happening. A blue moon is when we have 2 full moons in a month. I don't think we've had a blue moon in a little bit, but yeah, it's a kind of cool thing. This is like saying, you know, again, it was the same for Capricorn, dream the impossible dream. And, you know, for any of my Pisces or my Capricorns out there, because you've both had this blue moon card in your readings, I would say, like, a lot of you may feel like you're really at your wit's end, the end of your rope. You feel like, you know, nothing good can come of certain things, or you're just feeling really negative or down about something. And it's like this blue moon card is really saying, it's like, try to have faith no matter what. Try to believe in the best possible outcomes no matter what. Just give it a try for at least the next 30 days. That's a challenge to me too. I'm a lot of Pisces and Capricorn, and that card has come up in both of our reads. So I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy, I gotta try to keep the chin up, guys. All right, let's get some tarot on this for Pisces, please. Past, present, future, same layout. And we're just gonna deepen these messages up. Yeah. Wow. This is huge cycles. Pisces. Oh my goodness. This reading. Immediate past. So look at that. The Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing, coming out of stagnation. It's that Jupiter energy. Wow. Yeah. You're finally seeing some movement, I believe. I believe you're going to finally see some movement. And better luck, like better luck coming through. And look at that. Yes, 10 of Cups. So very, very positive, especially when it comes to love, to family, to friends, to the home life. There's just something a lot more fulfilling coming into the cycle. Yeah, it's really what you're reaching out for. And did we say that you're breaking through some old habits? Look at that. Look at that 3 of Swords. Pisces, this is part for what some of you, this could be really like there's been something really heartbreaking, really deeply disappointing, very, very painful, very wounding to your heart center. I would definitely recommend doing some healing work around your heart chakra. But I feel like, you know, because of the way that these other cards are supporting that, it's like it's time to put down these heartbreaking cycles, these old painful wounds that have hurt you so much. Yeah, and it could have been a Gemini, could have been a fellow Pisces or water sign that really did you in. I do feel like you're letting it go. You're really letting this go. Yeah, because here's our clarifiers, right? And our Wheel of Fortune came back out. But, you know, you might have really got swept off your feet. I'm feeling Gemini or air sign and water sign energies. So it could be Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. you really might have got swept off your feet and maybe really like hurt by a person like this. But look at this, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is coming in here yet again. So I do feel like, I mean, this is just a major cycle that's completing and it's starting to turn in your favor because, you know, Wheel of Fortune is positive changes. It's not negative changes. And even if it felt really negative, it's actually for the best. Going into this immediate future, we have the Two of Pentacles on top of this. So Capricorn energy, keeping things in balance. To me, you know, the Two of Pentacles can many times be keeping things in balance, but it's usually between work and your social life and your, you know, regular life. And it's making sure it's like if you've been working too hard, you do need some downtime, you do need some relaxation, you need to make time to have some fun. Like, don't take everything super, super serious. More playful. Aries energy is definitely playful. Let's get a clarifier on this Two of Pentacles, please. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. I do feel, you know, Pisces, you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. We've got this Four of Pentacles. I do feel like you're really, like we talked about, healing that heart chakra, you know, and that Four of Pentacles, she holds that coin over the heart chakra center. To me, the Four of Pentacles can come up, you know, for two different things. It can be when you're kind of concerned about finances and you really being careful about how and where you spend and you're feeling a little bit like, I got to hold on to what I got. It can also come up when you've been through a lot of emotional letdowns or disappointments and your heart is hurting and you're really kind of cautious about who you let in. It's that feeling of like, I don't want to get hurt emotionally. I don't want to get taken advantage of financially kind of feeling. And always the balance, and here's that balance to strike, is it's like being open enough to receive, but being, you know, discerning enough to not let just anyone in, right? There's a balance to that, and you definitely have the balance. On the bottom of the deck, Two of Wands and Ten of Pentacles, Pisces. So I do feel like you're going on a whole new mission here. Like the vision is still the same. The Ten of Pentacles, the fullness of all of it, that's the whole enchilada. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles in your reading. It's like you want the full thing. You want the loyalty, you want the commitment, good relationships, good family connections, loyalty, things that last the test of time, right? But you're going, it's a new step for a lot of you. You're opening some new doors towards that goal. This is a strong reading, Pisces. Not very surprising in a way. You know, this Capricorn full moon has a deep impact on your sign at this point. It really does. Overall, I feel like it is very positive, but wow, I feel like this full moon in Capricorn is triggering some major releases of old burdens, old disappointments, old cycles, some very deep karmic cycles as well. And they could have been cycles of heartbreak, cycles of disappointments in love, cycles of always being expected to take on too much or carry the burden for other people. Wow. So it's a lot. It's a lot that's kind of getting this release point right now. Let's get some manifestation energy. Let's see what this is all coming together for, like for Pisces. Oh, wow. Ooh, Pisces, beautiful. Okay, these are just gorgeous. Last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. You have really come through a lot. You have come through so much. And look at that. On the bottom of the deck, new moon in Pisces, attuned to the divine. You know, that new moon energy is new beginnings. So I feel like this is just new beginnings for you, Pisces. A new fresh start for you personally. And it's got a lot of nice grounded energy under it with that Taurus moon coming out as well to give you a lot of support. You've come through a lot. You're going to be coming through to a new beginning. So I love this read for you guys. Hope that resonated with you. All right. So tomorrow we will be back, probably around the same time. Might be a little later, a little earlier. I don't really have a solid set time. Oh, yes. Hey, Gwen. Yes, you may. What is it? I felt that one. My Venus sign definitely felt that one, Daisy. Oh my goodness. Sometimes I resonate with the Pisces and Aquarius ones just as much as with my sun sign. Yeah. I really do. Mercury retrograde is not bad for you. You're born in one. I mean, the void moon not as bad. Not necessarily, and I would say void moons tend to be not quite as intense as Mercury retrogrades, but they have a similar vibe. It's a similar vibe because it's that lag space when the moon is kind of not, it's kind of like in between signs. It's not properly in or out of one sign. Like, let's see what we've got right now. So today is the 12th. Or I guess almost about to be the 13th. So the moon goes into Capricorn. Actually, I think maybe it already went into Capricorn at 5 a.m. So like our next void of course moon will be on Thursday the 14th around midnight, right? It'll be from 12:17 a.m. to 4:13 a.m. When the moon enters Aquarius. So, right, so there's like that 4 hours, you know, little pocket where the moon is void of course. Void off course is really what it is, because it's off, you know, it's off of its course, right? That's why it has a little bit of that same vibe as a Mercury retrograde, because when a Mercury retrograde is going on, it's in relative backward motion to the earth, right? It's not actually moving backwards, but because of that natural lag, it appears to be missing us, right? That's what it is. And so it's a little different the way it does with the moon, but it's a little similar. It's a little bit similar. You know, I've always said this, that the back in the real old days, you know, in the beginnings of astronomy and astrology were like that. Like they were really paired up. It isn't until more modern times that they started separating astrology from astronomy, but there's a lot of both in each. It's just, they can't help it. They share a lot of the same things. And so, yeah, if you understand the astronomy behind the astrology, it helps to understand, you know, why we interpret certain movements the way we do. But yeah, like this book, like I have, you know, it marks every day, like right here, like what I just read, there's the little void of course, and it'll show you what those times are. And I would say that many times, especially if there's a void of course moon, like during a work day, it's hard to get things done. You're gonna feel a little more tired. You know, it's just like the energy's not as direct. And so that's why I say, like, you know, I always recommend having an astrology book to kind of, yeah, it is. It is Heart of Gold. It's true. It's, you know, it's all in there. You know, they share things. They share a lot of things, and if you know a good bit about astronomy or you study astronomy, it's going to help your astrology and vice versa. It's interesting because when I was a kid, I was always super interested in astronomy. And when I first realized like that concept of astrology, I was pretty young. I think I was maybe like 9 or 10 years old, something like that, when I really first can remember like seeing and recognizing the astrological signs, and it was like something just snapped in my brain. It was like, well, that's a really interesting thought that we could have certain commonalities or personality traits based on our time of birth of the year. I was like, that is just really, that's interesting and cool. Like, and I remember that being just like, it's sort of like, you know, flipping a switch in the brain, you know, because you're like, huh, that's interesting. And it took time, of course, to really get deep into it, but I would say that anytime you study both, you're going to get a lot out of it. That's why whenever I, you know, walk at night or I look at the, you know, I'm always paying attention to the star charts of what's visible in the sky. And it's wild how you can relate it to what's happening astrologically, of course, because it's happening in the sky, it's happening on the chart, right? You know, you can see where the things line up. You know, so it's interesting, like if two planets are in the same sign, right, and they're conjunct astrologically, sometimes you'll be able to go outside and literally see them both together. Back when I think it was Jupiter and, you know, Saturn both in Aquarius last winter, and you could see them like they were so close together in the sky. It was the coolest thing, right? Just see that in real time. Yeah. I love being able to actually see what's happening. It's so much fun. But yeah, I always recommend, you know, having, you know, one of these or something like it. You know, I've been buying this Llewellyn one for a long time now, because it's going to give you your void of course moons each day, if there is one or not. It's going to give you all the planetary motions. It'll show you when all the retrogrades are through the year. It has 3 tables of ephemeris in the back, which is really super helpful when you're planning, you know, certain things. So yeah, I definitely recommend it because, especially if you're a Cancer, oh my goodness, you're ruled by the moon. You need to know where your moon is each day. Especially if you're feeling extra moody. But, so guys, let's get back together again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's going to be our fixed signs. That's going to be Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. We will do those reads tomorrow evening. And tomorrow's actually the full moon. So, yeah. So that will be a fun time to actually convene. Maybe we'll do a reading for the collective too, just to kind of get the vibe. It's also my lunar return because it's, you know, my moon is in Capricorn. Anybody with a Capricorn moon in their charts having their lunar return tonight or tomorrow. All right, everybody, get some good sleep. I know, I'm tired too. Everybody's been really sleepy. And I'll see you guys then. Have a good evening, y'all. Jagging out.